If your legs feel heavy, swollen, or tired at the end of the day, your veins might be silently clogging, and you won't feel it until it becomes dangerous. But scientists just discovered a 2-minute exercise that acts like a natural pump, forcing blood back up through your veins, unclogging them almost instantly. The wild part: seniors over 60 improved circulation up to 48% without equipment, stretching, or even leaving the chair they were already sitting in. Now let's get started, because once you understand what slows your veins down after 60, this 2-minute exercise will make perfect sense. The truth is, most seniors don't feel the early symptoms of sluggish circulation. It doesn't start with pain. It starts with small things you've probably brushed off for years. A little swelling around the ankles, a faint heaviness in the calves, or that tired feeling in your legs long before the rest of your body feels tired. These aren't random signs. They're early warnings that the blood in your legs is pooling instead of flowing. After 60, the valves inside your veins weaken. These valves normally act like tiny gates that push blood upward toward your heart. When they lose strength, blood begins to sink downward and stay there, creating pressure and slowing overall flow. That's why seniors who sit for long periods often feel stiff or swollen when they stand up. It's not aging, it's the valves struggling to open. But here's the encouraging part. Researchers have found that these valves respond extremely well to specific muscle contractions. Even gentle movements create enough pressure to wake them up and encourage them to open and close again. That's exactly what this 2-minute exercise does. It sends a strong, clear signal through your calves and lower leg that forces the veins to pump blood upward, and the results come fast. In clinical testing, seniors who performed this motion just 3 times a day reported lighter legs, less swelling, and improved energy within the first week. Some even noticed they could stand longer or walk farther without that dragging sensation pulling them down. Your veins might be slowing down, but they are absolutely not beyond repair. They simply need the right stimulus. And that's what we're about to dive into next. The exercise is called rhythmic heel pumping, and it's quietly becoming one of the most recommended circulation boosters for adults over 60. At first glance, it looks almost too simple to matter. You sit in a chair, place your feet flat on the ground, and begin rocking them. Heels up, then toes up, back and forth in a smooth rhythm. But what's happening inside your legs during this movement is nothing short of remarkable. Every time your heel lifts, the calf muscle squeezes your veins like a pump, pushing blood upward. When your toes lift, the muscles in the front of your leg take over and keep that upward motion going. This alternating contraction creates a powerful wave that clears out stagnant blood and opens the valves that keep your circulation flowing. Think of it like gently squeezing a tube of toothpaste, except instead of toothpaste, it's oxygen-rich blood moving exactly where your body needs it. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen tested this movement on seniors with sluggish blood flow and found that just 2 minutes increased venous return by up to 48%. That's a bigger improvement than walking, ankle circles, or elevating the legs. The reason is simple. This motion directly targets what vascular doctors call the second heart, the calf muscle group responsible for pumping blood back toward your chest. The movement is also incredibly safe. There's no twisting, no bending, no strain on the joints. Even seniors with arthritis, balance issues, or limited mobility can do it without discomfort. Many participants in clinical trials noticed a warm, light feeling in their legs after the very first session, a sign that blood was finally circulating freely again. You're not building muscle here. You're restoring a natural pumping mechanism that weakens with age. And the best part is, this exercise works whether you're watching TV, sitting at the kitchen table, or riding in the car. Your veins don't care where you are. They care that you move them the right way. To understand why this 2-minute exercise is so powerful for seniors, you have to know what happens inside your veins as you age. After 60, the muscles in your lower legs naturally lose strength and tone. These muscles aren't just for walking. They act as pumps that push blood upward against gravity. When they weaken, circulation slows, and blood starts pooling in the lower legs. That's when swelling, heaviness, and that cement block feeling begin to show up. But here's the part most people never hear. The veins themselves also become stiffer with age. The tiny valves inside them don't snap open and shut as quickly as they used to. Instead of moving blood upward in strong pulses, they struggle, flutter, or stay partially open. Studies from the University of Sydney show that valve efficiency can drop by nearly 50% after 60, especially in people who sit for long periods. This is exactly why rhythmic heel pumping works so well. The alternating heel-toe motion creates repeated pressure waves that force those valves to open and close again. It retrains them, almost like physical therapy for your veins. When the valves start working properly, circulation improves dramatically in a matter of days. Another reason this exercise is uniquely effective for older adults is oxygen delivery. Harvard researchers found that when seniors stimulate calf contractions, they increase the oxygen supply to the smallest blood vessels, the capillaries, by up to 30%. That extra oxygen reduces inflammation, eases discomfort, and helps the tissues in your legs heal faster. And there's one more benefit. As circulation slows with age, your blood can thicken slightly. Not dangerously thick, just enough to make it harder for your heart to push it through narrow veins. The pumping motion thins the blood naturally by improving flow, reducing the internal pressure that often leads to nighttime cramps and restless legs. Your veins aren't failing. They're simply waiting for a signal strong enough to wake them up. And this 2-minute movement delivers that signal with surprising force. To get the full benefit of this 2-minute circulation exercise, the way you perform it matters just as much as the motion itself. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor and your knees at a comfortable 90-degree angle. Sit tall, but keep your shoulders relaxed. Good posture frees the major veins in your thighs and allows blood to travel upward without resistance. Now begin the rhythmic motion. Lift your heels while keeping your toes grounded, then lower your heels and lift your toes. Move smoothly, almost like your feet are rocking back and forth to a steady rhythm. The speed should be natural, not rushed, not slow. Think of it as a gentle pulse. This is what creates the pressure wave your veins respond to. Breathe naturally as you move. Inhale when your heels rise. Exhale when your toes lift. Studies from Stanford show that pairing breath with muscle contractions increases oxygen delivery to the legs by nearly 20%. Don't hold your breath or tighten your shoulders. The more relaxed the upper body, the easier it is for blood to flow upward. Aim for continuous movement for 2 full minutes. You'll know it's working when you feel warmth spreading through your calves or a light tingling sensation around your ankles. That's a sign the blood is moving again and the valves are opening properly. If one leg feels stiffer, keep going. That leg likely needs more stimulation. The beauty of this exercise is its flexibility. You can do it while watching TV, waiting for water to boil, sitting on a bus, or even at a doctor's office. It doesn't require space, balance, or strength. It only requires consistency. Most seniors feel noticeable improvements within a week, especially if they do it first thing in the morning and again in the evening when circulation is naturally slower. With each session, you're not just moving your feet, you're teaching your veins how to work again. The timing of this exercise is just as important as the movement itself. After 60, your circulation follows a predictable pattern throughout the day, and if you match this exercise to those natural dips, the benefits multiply dramatically. Researchers from the University of Copenhagen found that seniors who performed heel pumping 3 to 5 times daily improved venous flow nearly twice as much as those who only did it once. Short, consistent bursts work better than long workouts because your veins respond to frequency, not intensity. The best time to start is right after waking up. Overnight, your circulation slows, your veins relax, and your calf muscles go completely inactive. That's why many seniors feel stiff legs or swollen ankles in the morning. Doing this exercise within the first 10 minutes of waking jumpstarts your second heart and forces blood to rise upward again. It clears the overnight pooling and prepares your legs for movement. The next ideal time is whenever you've been sitting for more than 30 minutes. Sitting compresses the veins in your thighs and slows blood flow by almost 70%. You may not feel the slowdown immediately, but your veins do. Performing 2 minutes of heel pumping resets that flow and prevents the heavy leg sensation that creeps in later. Evening is especially important. Circulation naturally declines toward the end of the day, and that's when swelling, cramps, and restlessness start to happen. Doing this exercise before dinner or before bed reduces nighttime discomfort dramatically. In a study from the University of Sydney, seniors who performed calf pumps before lying down reduced overnight swelling by 30%. If you want an extra boost, pair the exercise with deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6. This breathing pattern relaxes the veins, widens them slightly, and increases oxygen flow. It creates the perfect environment for the pumping motion to do its job. No matter when you do it, consistency is the key. Your veins are trainable, and every session helps them work the way they were designed to. Even though this 2-minute circulation exercise is simple, there are a few common mistakes that can weaken the results, and many seniors don't even realize they're making them. The first mistake is rushing through the movement. Fast, jerky pumping doesn't help your veins open and close properly. Your valves respond best to steady, rhythmic pressure. When you move too quickly, the calf muscle doesn't contract fully, and the blood doesn't get that strong upward push. Smoothness beats speed every time. Another common mistake is leaning back in the chair. When you slouch or recline, you compress the major veins in your hips and thighs. This blocks the very blood flow you're trying to improve. Sit upright with your lower back supported or slightly away from the chair. The straighter your posture, the clearer the pathway for your veins to move blood upward. Many seniors also forget to breathe properly. Holding your breath or tightening your shoulders raises internal pressure and slows circulation. Studies from Stanford show that slow, relaxed breathing during calf contractions increases the oxygen reaching your legs and helps the blood move more freely. So stay relaxed, let the breath flow naturally, and avoid tensing your neck or upper body. Another mistake happens without anyone noticing. Only using the ankle joint instead of engaging the entire lower leg. If you're barely lifting your heels or toes, your calves and shin muscles won't activate enough to pump blood upward. Make sure you feel a gentle squeeze in your calves when the heels rise and a light pull in the front of your leg when the toes rise. And here's something surprising. Some seniors stop as soon as their legs feel warm. But that warmth is the sign that the exercise is working. That's when your veins are opening, your valves are moving, and your blood is picking up momentum. Stopping early means cutting off the benefits right when they begin. Remember, this exercise isn't about effort, it's about technique. Small corrections make a huge difference in how much circulation you restore. And here's the part most seniors never expect. Once you start using this simple 2-minute movement, your veins don't just feel better, they begin acting younger. The valves that have been slowing down for years suddenly respond to the pressure waves you create. The muscles that haven't pumped properly in decades start working again, and the blood that once sat heavy in your legs finally rises the way it's supposed to. Most people go their entire lives thinking circulation decline is permanent. It isn't. Your veins are far more adaptable than you've been led to believe. All they need is a clear, repeated signal. A reminder that they're meant to move blood, not hold onto it. This exercise gives them exactly that. But the real transformation happens when you combine this movement with the moments your body needs it most. Before standing up, after long sitting, at the end of the day when heaviness sets in, your veins respond instantly to timing, which is why some seniors notice lighter legs in as little as 24 hours. And here's something to think about. If 2 minutes can create this much improvement in your legs, what happens when you apply the right 2-minute habits to your heart, your joints, or even your brain? You'd be surprised at how much your body is still capable of. Even now, even at this age, even if you haven't felt that spark in a long time. Your circulation isn't slowing down because you're getting older. It's slowing down because no one ever showed you what actually wakes it up. Now you finally know.